Well, we always are looking for stories that are really appealing to people and make us all feel that we're doing our bit. And the lady joining us now, I should say, we were meant to be doing something different, Claire Christian, at this moment. You and me should be, well, not me, but you should be on a dance floor rehearsing for a show for us. Yeah. That's not Absolutely. What you're doing clearly at the moment.
So it does. We were just saying it seems very strange that sort of 5-6 weeks ago we were talking about being on Strictly Come Dancing, the Manx version, and I'm going to be one of the guests on that. So we're going to do that next year, though. Now it's been postponed. But right. Yeah, so a very different world we live in now to 6 weeks ago. It is.
So that's been put on hold. There's two things I want to talk to you about. I mean, one, we've seen you on the press conferences giving advice. We'll come to that in a minute. But you, as a designer, manufacturer, you have been getting in there and helping out making scrubs. Is that right?
Yes. We've been helping University College Isle of Man to produce the scrubs for NHS workers, and these are really essential right now because they've obviously got to change these clothes, every night, etc. So we're able to put that through our production line and produce some scrubs for essential workers. So it's great. It's great to do our bit and help.
And this interview should have been done yesterday, but you literally said, I can't stop, I'm really in the middle of this.
Yeah, we wanted, I really didn't want, I personally am sat there sewing myself as well, so I'm in that production line too. And because it all makes a big difference to these people's lives. And we've really nicely put our brand label inside, so they've actually got branded scrubs coming their way today, which is lovely.
And is this something you have to keep going at? I mean, making more, or have they now got enough?
No, we will keep going until the need subsides. So, yeah.
Well done on that. And you've got enough product. You're getting that with UCM, I believe. You're working with them.
Yeah, the University College Isle of Man have produced the patterns, etc., and they cut the garments there, and then they just send them to us for making up.
Okay, well, the second part, as I said, you've done these interviews on the press conference, and people used to go to Google for answers. They're going to you, I believe, now, because you have been through the whole process, or a lot of the processes, and you are imparting information that you've learned on how to get grants, how to deal with the government, fill in the forms, whatever. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So I like most of the business owners or self-employed people on the Isle of Man, we all hit the same wall or fell off a cliff, as everybody else is describing it, at the same time. And so I started to go through the same process as everybody else. And so I thought it was really great if we could share that information. And we now have this amazing group, which is called Local Companies Isle of Man, and it's on Facebook. And if you're a company or you're a self-employed person, you can come onto that group and we can share information to help you navigate all of the different types of support you need during this pandemic.
And there's certainly been some confusion, hasn't there? People putting in for grants or whatever haven't got it. You presumably can help them on that course. But it's not been easy, but do you think it's now working better than it was?
It is working better, and actually, particularly last night, I announced that the government had kept to their promise, and this is a really good point to say, Paul, because on Sunday I was with Lawrence, and he said they wanted to achieve 200 payments per day for the grant, for the business support grant, and they've managed to actually maintain that, and they're doing about 229 average per day right now. So that's made a massive difference. So Sunday they were up to 954 paid, and now they're up to sort of like 1,750 paid, which has made a huge difference to people because they really needed the money on the table, because it's been such a long time since the cliff happened.
And that peak of inquiries, I presume, might have passed now because some people are going back to work, for instance. Are you seeing a less demand for information and advice?
Yes, it's interesting because there's as each week or each day goes by, something new comes up, though. So yes, the peak has changed, certainly from the application side. But that with the announcement yesterday that workers in the construction area and the horticulture area going back, we get a whole set of different questions coming from that, and that's really where we're now focusing on to try and help support those people to understand does the government support, financial support continue, things like this. And we're trying to get all this clarification on how they prove what they need to say if I can't go back to work because I have a vulnerable member of my family or I'm vulnerable, things like that the Chief Minister said that they need to do yesterday. Well, what is that? And how can we formalise that? Or does it not need to be formalised? Does it just need to be your trust? And do they trust the Manx person to say, no, I'm vulnerable?
So people are learning as they go on. It has to be quite a quick learning curve by the sounds of it.
It is. You have to hit the ground running with this, definitely. Every day it does change, and it's really great because the Isle of Man community really do support each other, and it's not just me on there giving advice because I'm one person, and one post will ask one question, and there's usually sort of 20 people giving really constructive help. It's really good.
Well, we'll let you get back to your work. And are you still dancing, by the way, as they say? You keep dancing?
I think I might have to lose a little bit of weight. I think we've all been having some, cakes too many and things like that.
Should we have a discussion about that? I think we're all doing it. We're all in the fridge. And I go down to the local shops now rather than going maybe to the bigger ones. And, of course, there's a lot of chocolate there looking at me, a lot of chocolate.
I know, it's very hard. Yes, so I'm definitely going to have to get my dancing shoes on, ready for next year.